Hello, everyone. Thank you again for joining us today on this episode of the Good Side Podcast. Please join us every week as we talk about current events, relationship issues, and just about anything that concerns our life. We aim to highlight the positivity in the world, the goodness of God, and of course, the goodness in people. So whether it's a story, a person, or a situation, there is always some good to be found. Hello. Hi, brother. How are you?
Hello, what's up, sir?
Hey. Say hi to everyone.
I'm doing all right. I'm well. I'm traveling.
You're traveling? Good. Travel is good.
Yeah.
So this week is Thanksgiving week. And like I was telling you before we started, I think it is just very timely and appropriate that we talk about being thankful and being grateful, right? And
Yes.
And it's not just about, just being thankful and grateful during Thanksgiving. I think it should be an ongoing practice that all of us should have as we live our lives. And I think it's a great tool, or it's a great way of living a good life, don't you think?
Absolutely, man. I think and being grateful for the things that God has provided. For one thing, is the most amazing thing to me, because I like watching sunrises. I like watching sunsets.
Nice.
I just love being outside and being in the nature, and even the smaller things that people do for me, like that people are providing food. There's a ton of food here, especially here in America. There's a ton of food everywhere. Everybody trying to give out food right now. So there's so many things to be grateful for here, period. So I think you should enjoy every moment of your life, even the trials and tribulations, even when you're going through certain things, you should enjoy, because even the trials and tribulations that you have in your life, when they like Kamala says, joy cometh in the morning.
Yes. Well, that's not Kamala saying, that's the Bible. The Bible said that. God said that. Joy comes in the morning, remember?
Joy cometh in the morning.
Yes, joy comes in the morning. What is the whole verse again? What is
joy cometh in the morning.
Yes, absolutely. So on the way here to the studio, I was listening to a video. It's like an audio book, and it was talking about the power of gratitude, right? So the first thing that the book was saying is that when you practice gratitude in your life, it produces a rich life. And I was like, wow, yes, that is true to its core. Like it's something that, it's something that, I don't know, it's a really no good explanation about it, but I just know if you practice gratitude, you really live a richer life more than not, right? Because then you start looking at, it's your, like it was saying about, it doesn't really help you avoid the bad circumstances, but it helps you look into your circumstances in a different way. And so therefore you're able to handle challenges in a better way. And so end result is, you're able to live a richer life. Don't you agree?
Yes, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, so you said on the way, well, we were talking on the way here, I said, brother, we don't have a topic today. And you said, oh, I have a lot. Remember saying that? Oh, I have a lot. So, and you are, can you still hear me? Anyway, so as you get reconnected, I will continue on to saying, okay, so this book, this audiobook went on to discuss about to when you practice gratitude, you live a rich life, right? And so he went on to give an example about this woman who is very successful and has a very prominent job. And she was in an elevator with this lady who is a janitor for the building. And they were in the elevator, and this lady, like, she's kind of old, and you can see that she has a lot of experiences or years into her life. And so, but she was still happy and smiling. And so this girl said, "Hey, how was your day?" Right? So she asked her, "How's your day?" And she's like, "Oh, I had it's one of those days. It's been a tough day, but it's still a great day." She said that. And then so the lady was like, "Wow, I can't even tell you're having a bad day." And then she looks at her and said, "Well, how about you? Are you having a great day?" And then she's like, "Well, this and that." So she started going on and on and on about how her day was and how stressful it was, how difficult the people she dealt with and all that stuff. And so she's like, "So what is your secret? Like, how can you stay positive and in a good mood, even though, you're going through a lot this day?" And so the janitor said, "For 40 years, I have been practicing gratitude," right? She told her. And she said, "Well, okay, so how do you do that?" And she's like, "It's very simple. In the morning, I wake up, I write 3 things. I write 3 things on my journal about what I'm grateful for. And it doesn't have to be the big things or important things. Like today, this morning, I was grateful that I was grateful for my cup of coffee. I was grateful that I had comfortable shoes. And I was grateful I made it on time to work." Like something really simple. So then she was like, "Wow, just that?" And she goes, "Yeah, just like that." And so this lady was like, "Okay, I'm going to try it," right? So she did. She tried it. And then she went on, doing it a week, then 2 weeks, then 1 month, right? Then after a month, then it became a habit, right? It became a habit that every morning when she wakes up, she writes this. She writes on this journal. So then they saw each other again at the elevator, right? After a few months. And then she goes, "Oh, you look different." The janitor looked at her and said, "Oh, wow, you look so different. You look so happy. How are you?" Like that. And she's like, "I took your advice and I started writing on my journal for about, 3 things I'm grateful for every morning. And I tell you, it really helped me start my day right." Because she said, the challenges are still there. I'm still dealing with the same difficult people, and I'm still solving issues every day, but I have a different attitude, and somehow it empowered me, and I have a different approach to it, and it really works. She goes like that, right? So I'm sharing this story because I wanted you guys, whoever's listening and joining us today, that it's all about the mindset. And if right, it's all about the mindset, and it truly works if you can only make that small effort. If you've never done it, it really is just as simple as just thinking about like something that's good that you liked that happened to you today. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. So today, I had an event at CSN. So when you go to the college campus, your parking is always so far away, right? Before you get to the building. And thankful enough, I had flats. I had my extra pair of shoes in the car. They were flats because I'm wearing heels today. And I'm like, oh, please, please, please let it be in the car. Because I forgot about it that I had in the car. And then sure enough, when I pumped the trunk, it's there. And I put it on, and I was so, so, so happy that I had my flats with me, because the walk was so far and I didn't have to, hurt my feet or anything like that. So I felt really happy and grateful that, I have that. And even though it was such a far walk, I guess I was more thinking about, thank God I have my flats, I have my shoes, more than the part where I'm walking so far to get to where I need to be. So yeah, it is definitely a game changer for you to change your mindset and be grateful about the little things. So for this week that we're gonna have Thanksgiving, I know it's a great event that we all look forward to. For us Filipinos, we don't really have Thanksgiving in the Philippines, but we live here in America, and Thanksgiving is one of those big holidays that everybody look forward to. I hope that we just don't practice thankfulness and gratefulness only during the holidays, but I think we should make it a practice throughout our lives, whether or not we're celebrating the holidays, right? So also during on the same book that was talking about gratefulness, the second part that it discussed was about being thankful also attracts amazing things. So being grateful attracts amazing things. So what does that mean? So have you ever heard of the law of attraction? I'm sure a lot of us have heard of the law of attraction. It's you attract what you give, right? You attract the energy that you give out. So if you practice gratitude and thankfulness throughout your life, you will attract amazing things back to you. And that is not just only because you have a different approach or a different way of receiving information, but it's also because it gives you more, like people that practice gratitude and thankfulness, they seem to feel more empowered to do more great things. Don't you think, brother? You're just looking at me. Can you hear me?
I keep going in and out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I keep going in and out.
I know, but I can see you now. So
the connection is pretty bad.
I was saying about the law of attraction. So like when you practice thankfulness and gratefulness, it attracts amazing things. And so because if it's what you give out, it's what you do for others, you get it back. Right?
Yep. And your love for God shows how you love other people.
Right.
So how you treat other people shows you love for God. And if you're grateful for the things that they do for you, and love, and you show that gratitude, then that's what gets shown back to you.
Mm-hmm. So,
what were they? That's true. Treat other people how you want to be treated.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll be.
Absolutely. So, do you remember telling me about you have some thoughts that you wanted to share today?
Oh man, there was a lot of things. There's a lot of great things that are happening right now in today's society. And the things that they're doing as far as the schools and stuff like that, and they in what is it in Louisiana or I think it's Louisiana. They put the the Ten Commandments back in the schools, and
Oh, wow.
yeah, so,
That's great.
so there's a lot of great things that's going on in the schools,
Mm-hmm.
uh, especially for the Christian faith, the people who are
Mm-hmm.
following the word and trying to live according to the principles.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a lot of great things that's going on. So I'm grateful for all of that stuff. I'm grateful for the way the world is changing, the things that are happening
Mm-hmm.
now. So
Gives
but
you.
there's a ton of great things that's going on. And then we were praying for revival. We
Mm-hmm.
just had a 3-day fast,
Mm-hmm.
and fasting for revival, and there's a ton of great things that's going on right now.
Lots to be
So
grateful
I'm
for, right?
grateful for all of that stuff. I'm grateful for everything that, all the blessings that are happening right now,
Yes.
and the great things that are going on, so that I think the future is going to be bright.
Mm-hmm. I was just gonna say that we have a lot to look forward to for this coming new year, and I can't even believe it. It's like this year just went by so fast. Like we're almost at the end of November, and then December, and then before you know it, it's January. And
Yeah.
and the year is over. But this is a great time. I know in the business world, depending on which industry you're in, sometimes this is the time where it slows down, right? Business slows down because everybody's trying to like plan their vacation, their time away and things like that. But I always look forward to this time of the year because this is the actual time that you actually can, you're able to have time to prepare for the coming year, right? Because and some people who I have done this before too. Before I started learning how to live with grateful heart, I always, during this time, the last quarter of the year, it's a little bit stressful because you think about the numbers going down, and and you're not making as much business as you were the last couple of quarters. But this year, this time around, I encouraged my team and I told everyone, you know what, look, this last quarter of the year, we're gonna turn it around, and we're going to utilize it and make it like a planning. It will be a planning session. It will be a quarter for planning. So it will be a time that we will plan our business and how we're going to approach this coming year, set our goals, set our goals, set our numbers, and actually put together a great business plan for the start of the year. So
I was just thinking about that too.
right, because it's
That was
all
a great
about the
time. Yeah,
mindset.
that was a great time to get into either travel
Yes.
or or a product for Christmas.
Right. Right, because
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, because in my office, a lot of these agents were they're like, man, like, because in like in the real estate, everybody's like, I haven't sold a house, and then I haven't had a listing, and like, and I was like, I would come in and I would be like so happy, so excited, like, oh, I'm gonna, they look at me and they ask me like, what do you got going on? Why are you so happy, so excited? I said, well, because I'm planning, like I actually have time to plan, to plan my business, like my approach for this coming year, because it's the preparation and the planning is really very important for anyone who's trying to grow, trying to get better, trying to get even trying to get promoted, right? And it's as important as the execution. So if you don't make time and prepare for a game plan for what you want to execute, there's nothing to execute, right? So I always encourage people that I come across with, people around me in my circle and my team, that look, instead of stressing about You're not making numbers or anything like that. Just look on the part of the look on the part where it's positive and it's good, and keep the keep the energy up, because again, law of attraction, you attract what you give out. So if you're like, oh man, I'm losing and I'm not, so if you're negative about your situation, if you're down and out by your situation, it really would not help you and doesn't do any better. So I would just rather do the opposite part and keep connecting, keep talking to people, and just be around around your network and collaborate and see what you can do to help each other out. Because sometimes you're not always on the same page, right, brother? Like, you could be busy and I'm not, right? Or you're slow and I'm busy, right? So there's always opportunities for everyone to be able to help each other out, right? You stay connected, you stay in your network, reach out, talk to people, whatever you need, and you'll always get the help because you also help, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Always get some help. Always have some people who can do some help. And I like the way right now we're building a team. We're building some teams together and trying to put a lot of things together for the even for sharing the businesses and so there's a lot of people that are coming together to work together right now. That's another thing that I like. A lot of people that are coming together to build this team, and we all have
so there's other things also that
you can hear what I'm saying right now.
yes.
Can you hear me? I'm still experiencing technical difficulties.
I know. You looked up for a minute there and then not move, and so I thought, like, okay, you're frozen again.
It's funny how that tree. I like that how that tree.
I know. I was
hair right there. It looks like my hair.
You look like your hair. You look like you have a halo or something. Hey, brother. So, what's your practice during Thanksgiving? How do you celebrate Thanksgiving? You froze again. For me, a practice Thanksgiving is for us. Thanksgiving is an opportunity to gather together, and it's an excuse.
Time of year where everybody gains weight.
Right? It's no diet. No diet. Diet is like Monday. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we do the same. We gather. Yeah, we gather around. This year we're gonna gather at my sister's house. And so it's kind of like, same thing in potluck. So everybody brings their dish. And then it's kind of like a pajama party, kind of, because it's the one and only time that we get to just lay back and just be with family and no work. We don't think about every time we have a get together with my family. We never ever talk about our businesses or work. We only talk about what we got, personal stuff, like, whatever you set up in the house. You bought a new washing machine, something like that. But we never really mix business. And I think that's a great thing about it. And we focus on the kids. We play with the kids and we just kind of just enjoy each other's company. And I look forward to that all the time because I love my family. And so it's a great, great thing to be able to be with family during the holidays. How about you? Any parting words before we end the show, brother? Any message you want to
Yes.
give to everyone?
Always be.
Huh?
Yes, always be ready for any situation. Always be ready for any situation. And like you said, be thankful for every opportunity that you get. No matter if the situation goes well or goes bad, just be thankful for having the opportunity to participate in every situation. Because everything is a blessing. Every breath that we take is a blessing. So, and we don't know where none of it comes from.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And brother, you're one of those few people that I know that it's always a smile in your face. No matter what you got going on, you're always like happy. So it's a great gift to have, right?
Yeah.
So
I've been even more lately since I've been, just trying to keep joy in your life.
Yeah.
Because there's so many ways you can take things in life. You can take it hard, or you can take it and just enjoy everything.
Yes, absolutely. So as
So
we
it's all
end,
about you already said it's all about your mindset.
yes, absolutely. Let's keep that mindset together. So as we end our show and we say bye to everyone, please keep in mind this coming holidays, just enjoy your time, have a great time. If you're away from your family, give them a call, text, or email, or message them. Just say hi, and you don't really know what is going on the other side. But I think a gesture like that to someone who can be, doesn't have to be close to you, or it could be just somebody, a friend or a distant relative. Just send out and say hi and reach out. Because I promise it will go a long way. And whoever, I think, and I believe in this, whoever God puts in your heart at the time that you're thinking about, maybe a person or a friend or a relative that God puts in your heart, don't hesitate to reach out, because you never know. God could be using you as an instrument to give blessing to the other person. And kind words and encouragement are also a good form of gift that you can give to another person. It doesn't have to be, yes, it's good to receive things and things and items, but some people, words and effort and your time is also a great gift. So I hope you would find encouragement and happiness towards this message that we're giving you today. And as we end the show, of course, it has been a great experience sharing this podcast with you. We hope we have inspired you and made your day better. Don't forget, we will have a new episode every week. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, of course. Just type The Good Side Wins. And remember, an act of goodwill is always rewarded, and a good gesture is always appreciated. This is your host, Lizelle, with my brother MC on the other line. Wishing that you have a great week ahead. Happy Thanksgiving, and God bless you all. Join us again soon on The Good Side.